Get into it. Sold Not For Sale podcast. Coach Colin here. Joe Rogan has a guest who lost a book deal because he had an association with Elon Musk. And that association was he retweeted something from Elon Musk. Now, Joe goes over what he thinks all of this is, but in my mind, and I'll show you my case for that, I think this is a certain degree of lawfare that's going on. We all know Elon Musk is on board with Trump. He's hustling hard for Trump. I mean, almost just as hard as JD Vance, in my opinion. Been all over Pennsylvania, offering people $1 million to, like, he's offering random, he actually gave a random guy $1 million. So he's going off right now. And they're threatening to arrest him because of that. First off, they're threatening to arrest him because of that. And I'm just going to make my case on why I think this is lawfare, and not just the fact that he is a polarizing figure currently. Let's get right into it. Start with the Joe Rogan stuff, and then I'll show you some Joe Scarborough, Mark Cuban, Josh Shapiro, all saying unhinged things about Elon Musk. Let's
people,
go.
Stone Age people.
Well, the Native Americans were essentially Stone Age.
Well, he
right?
uses it in Empire of the Summer Moon. He goes, well, these Stone Age warriors are da-da-da. And I was like, well, these are pretty much Stone Age people. And so I wrote it, and I basically got told, like, hey, don't say that.
God, how weird is that?
Yeah. I also lost a book deal because I retweeted that Elon Musk liked our treehouse, but...
So you lost a book deal?
Yeah.
Really?
I had an amazing meeting with, like, all the people. This lady was like, like the Devil Wears Prada, like Meryl Streep. Like, she was like the big head honcho at one of the major publishers, and they were like, dude, your next book is gonna kill. She had like 20 other people on this Zoom call. We had like an hour-long thing. We talked about you. She was like, and how close are you with Joe Rogan? And I was like... I was like, we're bros. And then they were like, well, either way, it was going really good. And I'm thinking,
liberals.
I was thinking I was going to get a life-changing amount of money. I was thinking I was going to get like $1 million book deal. And that got confirmed through a bunch of avenues that it was a big one. And then, and they were very impressed with Lex. They love Lex. And she was like, you have Lex Friedman in the Amazon? I said, he's right over there. And I was like on the phone on Starlink talking to this publisher. And she's like, so your next book is going to tell the whole story? I said, yeah. And then that week, Elon tweeted, cool treehouse. Now, when the greatest inventor of your generation tweets on anything that you did, you share it. So I shared it. The publisher got back and went, not only are we're just not making an offer anymore.
Wow.
They don't like the type of people that I associate with.
Just you retweeting that? You sure it wasn't me?
No, it was him. No, they vetted you. They were like, how close are you with him? And I was like, listen to me. He's the f***ing nicest guy in the world. I was like, you can't. I was like, and they were like, would he write a forward for your book? And I was like, I think like I need like a Harrison Ford to do that. Like, I don't know. Like Joe could do it, but I was like, I think we need like a
but
less
they just
polar.
want like famous.
They just
people.
that's all they were doing. That's all they were doing.
Famous people to say you're awesome.
But as soon as Elon's name came into the mix, I didn't know this.
Crazy.
I was unaware of this, that Elon has people that hate him.
Hate him.
I didn't know that.
Well, it's a lot of propaganda that really works, and a lot of it is what happened when he took over Twitter. So you have to look at it from like what really happened. Was there real outrage when he took over Twitter? Yes, there was real outrage. I firmly believe there's manufactured outrage that's done in a very directed manner. And I think he was most certainly the victim of that as well. And then there was a narrative that continued to get pushed, like hate speech on X, hate speech.
That he's promoting it.
Yes, that anti-Semitism, that racism, that all this stuff is up. Well, if you allow people to just speak freely, you're going to have that. You're going to have that. But you can always like not look at that.
Yeah.
But you're also going to have many more good things too. And the point was, what he really exposed was that the FBI was involved in suppressing the Hunter Biden laptop story, and that these journalists who studied the Twitter files, Matt Taibbi and Michael Schellenberger and Barry Weiss and all these different people that went over these documents found that, hey, there's something very inappropriate happening where the government is getting these social media companies to take down true stories and to sign off and say that it's Russian disinformation.
And Elon confirmed this.
And Elon confirmed this.
Yeah.
So that's when he became very dangerous to them. And so then the narrative of Elon being a white supremacist and Elon being, but then the thing that happens also is he will tweet wacky shit. And then he will retweet wacky shit that turns out to not be true. And all that they attack and it builds up and you get a distorted perception of his value in our culture, in our society. And he's one of the greatest inventors the world's ever known. One of the greatest engineers we have alive.
Yeah.
And he's involved in multiple different industries, and he's changing those multiple industries in incredible ways. What they've done with space travel, with SpaceX, where these rockets can land now, what they've done with these Starlink things that we were talking about.
Incredible.
If it wasn't for Tesla and electric cars, do you really think there'd be as many electric cars as there are today? It wouldn't even be close. You wouldn't have Governor Newsom saying that California has to be all electric by 2035 because no one would be making electric cars like that. There's a documentary from early 2000s. It's called Who Killed the Electric Car?
Yeah. I saw that in college. Yeah.
Fascinating. You want some coffee?
Yeah.
Fascinating documentary. And if it wasn't for Elon and making Teslas awesome, you wouldn't have all these electric car companies. And he makes everything open source.
Okay, and that's all fine. But my problem is people that take the guy who's trying to save the butterflies and the monkeys and kick me out.
For that.
For not even, I've never even met the guy.
Dude, it's akin to being a Nazi.
So I have to
It's
pretend
nuts.
to not like him
Right. Exactly.
to align with their worldview.
It's what I was talking about with Hollywood when I was talking about how people start making money and they start being very careful about what they say because they're worried about it's going to go away. You also realize there are consequences like what you experienced. So those are real financial.
My first time.
So that's it.
Yeah.
And so minor, right? So that is how you get people to stay in line. That's how you get people to
I didn't like
only
that.
think the way they think. And then you start reinforcing it in yourself and you start wearing pearls and doing all kinds of wacky shit because you want them to like you. You want them to think you're one of them.
No, that was really creepy because, I mean, I live in the jungle, but like I hear about all this stuff, but I don't know like who the players are and what the temperature is in the room. And
you just thought it was cool that the guy said you have a cool treehouse. He's like one of the coolest guys ever.
If this guy goes to Mars, a historically relevant inventor said something I did was cool. Great, you share it,
And it cost you $1 million.
Yeah.
This is the world we're living in.
Yeah.
That's why, and it's primarily the left that's that wacky.
Yeah.
Like if Bernie Sanders had said "cool treehouse" and you retweeted
it would have been
that,
fine.
Everybody would have loved you. You would have been fine, and the right wouldn't have attacked you.
No.
They wouldn't have cared. They wouldn't have been upset. You wouldn't have lost businesses. Like no one from the right would have like not given you a book deal because you Bernie said nice treehouse and you're like thanks, cool.
No,
and you
it
retweeted. No one would care.
It could have been Obama. It could have been anything. I mean, by the way, that was so super cool. I loved it. My friend Connor sent me a clip where you were telling one of your guests about me, and so I shared it. But it was like the first time that I shared a clip where it was like really just you talking on my Instagram, and the comments were berserk. I didn't realize you were such a polarizing person, Joe.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's a distorted perception of who you are by people that have very low-level information. They have surface information, and they've decided that you're an alt-right this. Or there's been many, many articles written about me being like some fringe right-wing person, which I'm not at all.
No.
So, but if they say it enough times, the people that have low information, they believe it.
Well,
what's funny is when you hear that, like, I already know the people who watch my videos, when we hear Joe is an alt-right person, we're like, oh, goodness me, because people are on the other side. They're like, bro, Joe's a leftist. He said Kamala's doing a good job. I was pissed. He said Kamala's doing a good job. I got mad. I was like, what's he doing? Is he well, I'm like, what? I got angry. I was like, ugh. And then I have to hide it in the videos because I don't want to, but I'm like, why is he saying she killed it? What's he doing? You know what I mean? So when they say that kind of stuff, it really helps you understand how fake the media is. Or not even how fake. I shouldn't say fake. You can call it fake news. We all know Trump came up with that. It's sinister. They're very sinister with what they do. Because if you had a person that was lying on you like that, you wouldn't call them a fake or a phony. You'd be like, this guy's my enemy. Like, this guy hates me. He just makes up things. All the time. He just goes on the news 6 o'clock every day and tells people absolute lies about me. That'd be sinister if you watch somebody do that about you. And that's what the media does to us every single day. Moving along, of course. Let's get into Elon Musk and why they're really after him. I get it. Listen, this interview between Joe and Paul here, this didn't happen, years ago, where you can say, oh, it's because he took over X. No. It's because of the Twitter files. Oh, no. No. This interview happened just like, a week ago? And we all know what Elon Musk has been doing. He's been doing things like this. This, again, I'll say it. I think this is like another degree, a lower degree of lawfare, where they can't really go after Elon because he hasn't done anything wrong. So they'll go after people who are associated. They will punish people associated with him so they can kind of get at him, in hopes that they can kind of get at him because he's saying stuff like this.
Well, as I said, I really would prefer not to be in politics at all. And the reason that I have stepped into the political arena this time is because I think the stakes are extremely fundamental. I think democracy is on the line. I think the Constitution's on the line. I fear that if Trump does not win, we're going to be, we're going to have a single-party state. It's going to be like California, but actually worse than California, because the one thing that keeps California from going even further than they do go is that people can move out of California and still be in America. But if you've got no place to move, then it's going to be much worse in California. And that's the danger that we face. Sort of an oppressive, totalitarian state that has extreme restrictions on freedom of speech, that continues extreme overregulation, that just basically makes government even bigger than it is today, and takes away the liberty of the people. So that's something I wanted to do, but I felt it was critical to do it, or America's not going to be America. So, from going.
Do you know how bad it has to get when the guy that wants to put chips inside everyone's brain turns to you and says, if this person gets elected, it's going to become totalitarian here? Do you know how bad this candidate has to be when the guy who wants us all to have a hive mind chip in our minds, in our brains, is like, this is not something that you want to have happen? He's like, chips in the brain is one thing, but Kamala Harris, that has to make you think a little bit. Because you think the chips in the brain guy would just be like, oh, is she totalitarian? Perfect. She's going to love this idea I have. I got this thing. I want to put it inside everyone's skulls. It'll be like this big. Don't worry about it. You think, right? But instead, he's going with the president that is for sure going to be like, Elon, no, I don't want chips inside people's brains. We're not doing that. I'm sure they're marvelous chips. You know? I wish I had a better Trump impression, man. Let's go on. This is another reason why they're after Elon Musk. And I'm going to just play right after. We're going to get into Bill Maher, Joe Scarborough, Mark Cuban. Ew. Terrible combination of people along with Bill Maher. Oh, my God. But we're going to watch it together. Okay, guys? And then we're going to hear Josh Shapiro and his unhinged suggestion on what should happen to Elon Musk because he gave a random person $1 million. Let's go.
And so I just want to thank Elon Musk. But when you look at his endorsement, where he endorsed me, I mean, he's not going around all over Pennsylvania day and night. It's like he's running. He just feels that our nation, if it doesn't win this election, the nation is not going to survive. It's not going to survive.
It has been incredible
so I want to thank
watch.
Elon.
Yes, it has been a blessing to watch him. Without the First Amendment, we have nothing. And Elon Musk has come. Buying Twitter was an incredible thing to do. And I think all of us are so grateful for him appreciating what America was founded upon. I will say about the fracking, to wrap that part up, fortunately, we do have something called videotape. And in 2019 and several times since Kamala Harris has said she would ban fracking, and now we come back and a lot of flip-flopping on that. So just like with the border, when I asked timing and how quickly, we're in the Keystone State. We're in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, fracking. I mean, this is a gold
Do you want to put up,
here.
do we have one of those fracking statements that she made? Because here, we put it up sometimes, but Pennsylvania specifically.
Yes.
It's about fracking. Can they put that fracking tape up if they could do it? I don't know if they can do it. This is a different forum. But if they can, put up the frack.
I let that run a little long, but exactly what he said about Elon Musk. As soon as you have Donald Trump saying, I have to thank Elon Musk, and he's doing so much for me, and he's acting as if he's running, and he's saying all the things that I have been saying in a different way, from a possibly in some people's lives a more influential way. The fact that he was a Democrat and he's saying all these things, that right there puts the target on his head. That's what makes it. When you have a book deal and you retweet Elon Musk, they take away the book deal because they're like, oh, maybe they're friends. Let's hurt this person a little bit. And it's not coming just from the book publisher, but it's coming from all of the eyes on the book publisher. You know, like he said, this woman was like I'm just going to say a leftist because he's saying like Devils Wear Prada. She seems like a woke type if I had to paint the picture in my head. And she was like, well, I have to be a good person, and good people don't work alongside people who retweet Elon Musk tweets. And that's a real thing, you know, and this is the real reason that it's happening. And it's not just stopping there at book deals for random people who retweet Elon Musk. It's going much deeper. Let's get into the next thing that they are after Elon Musk for right now. We got Josh Shapiro. Josh Shapiro is actually suggesting, he's actually threatening to have Elon Musk arrested for giving somebody $1 million. And I'm going to try and find that clip for you because it was actually a really interesting, pretty wild clip. Elon's a wild guy. Let's get into it.
Governor, let me ask you about a development we learned about overnight. Elon Musk says he will be giving away $1 million every day to random voters who sign his super PAC's petition. You are a former attorney general. Is this legal?
I think there are real questions with how he is spending money in this race, how the dark money is flowing, not just into Pennsylvania, but apparently now into the pockets of Pennsylvanians. That is deeply concerning. Look, Musk obviously has a right to be able to express his views. He's made it very, very clear that he supports Donald Trump. I don't, obviously we have a difference of opinion. I don't deny him that right. But when you start flowing this kind of money into politics, I think it raises serious questions that folks may want to take a look at.
So you think it might not be legal, yes or no?
I think it's something that law enforcement could take a look at. I'm not the attorney general anymore of Pennsylvania. I'm the governor, but it does raise some serious questions.
Man, they're even going to look into him because of this. This is very crazy. Now, all he did, like they said, he's giving away $1 million a day, which is such an Elon Musk thing to do. And now Josh Shapiro's like, this dark money. Elon Musk is the one with this dark money in politics. Why can't we just keep it clean and old-fashioned with the Raytheon and Lockheed Martin money and the Soros money that flows into politics? What's all this Elon Musk money? Anything for Donald Trump is dark money. Come on, man. It's so ridiculous. I'll see if I can actually find this clip. But again, this is what I'm saying. This is the brand of lawfare. There's a governor. Okay, Elon Musk is in Pennsylvania. There's a governor who's like, you know what? This is something law enforcement should look into. What does that mean? What does that mean? Is it him saying that they're going to arrest him? No. But is it him saying that they have to look into him and what he's doing and possibly arrest him? That says enough for me. Elon Musk gives away $1 million. And honestly, guys, if you're out there, go get your $1 million. Are you kidding me right now? Go get your $1 million ASAP. Oh, there it is. There it is. Here, check this out. This is hilarious. Elon Musk is the man, I have to say.
We'll be awarding $1 million starting tonight. All right. So, tonight's person is John Dreyer. Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
So, by the way, John had no idea. So, anyway, you're welcome. Yeah. So the only thing we ask for the $1 million is that you be a spokesperson for the petition, and that's it. Really, that's it. Yeah, that's it. So wait, do you want to say anything? Yeah, go ahead.
Thanks, Elon. This is great. I'm really ecstatic. I want to congratulate you on your rocket catch last week. Big curveball catch. But yeah, I've been following you for 10 years. Got your biography 10 years ago, and been watching ever since. And big fan. So
Thank you. All right. Well, cool.
You know, no matter what, you guys know I keep the tinfoil Speedo on, and it knows no limits. Anytime I see something like that, everybody knows Elon Musk has billions of dollars, and he actually has billions of dollars liquid. So giving away $1 million a day, as much as it's unfathomable for us, it's something that he can actually do. But I still see something like that, and I'm like, is he really getting that money? Is he an actor? I don't think he is. But it always just creeps into my head. I can't help it, guys. I just can't help it. But giving Americans, Josh Shapiro is just like, what happened to the good old days where the money flowed into the politicians? He's giving money to regular people. He made a millionaire out of an ordinary person. Who's this guy think he is? I'm going to tax that guy extra. Absolutely ridiculous. But that's Elon Musk. He's giving money to regular people. He's trying to help America. He's completely against Kamala Harris. He is completely for Donald Trump. He's standing up for free speech as much as possible. And that is why they're after him. That is why this poor guy right here lost his book deal. And listen, I gotta say, Joe Rogan laughing that this guy lost $1 million, buddy. This guy's not in no position like Joe Rogan. He's a regular guy like you and me. He's a regular guy. Listen, if I lost $1 million in front of Joe Rogan, I'd be like, buddy, you better stop laughing. Don't laugh, okay? Please don't. Have $500 million, you're laughing at me. Are you crazy? Anyways, guys, I just wanted to bring you that. That's what's going on with Elon. I'm taking it that step. I've been saying it the whole time. It's lawfare. They're looking for any type of way they can have lawfare against Elon Musk. They'll stop his rockets from going out of this place. They'll make him move that. They're pissed that he left California. They're doing everything they can to make this guy's life worse, but they can't do anything. So they're going to start going after regular people, making sure you lose book deals and whatnot. God knows. God knows. Okay? I'm just saying, what are they going to do to this poor guy that just won $1 million? What are they going to do to that guy? I keep that guy in your prayers. I don't know what's going to happen to that guy. Anyways, guys, like, subscribe, turn on the notifications. It helps the channel tremendously. And other than that, I'm out.